Let's talk about home inspections for just a minute. And the gist of this video, I'm going to go ahead and give you in the first, 20 seconds of the video, is that you don't want to send the home inspection or any inspection to the lender unless the lender asks for it. So, talking about home inspections specifically, none of the agency programs are going to require a home inspection. So, if it's conventional through Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, FHA, VA, or USDA, none of those programs require a home inspection. So you want to keep that out of the loan file. I know there's a down payment, some other agencies that maybe do down payment assistance that might require a home inspection occasionally, but for those loan programs, the main loan programs, home inspection is not required. Now, let me also say from a lender standpoint, everybody operates under the same guidelines. If you're doing an FHA loan, that's going to be the same, the same underwriting guidelines, the same documentation requirements, no matter who the lender is. What you do find some differences on is philosophy as far as originating the loan up front. And what I mean by that is here at Atlantic Bay, we take a pretty practical approach. So if a document ends up in the loan file that is not required by the agency, then we're not going to review that. We're not going to go, we're not going to look at that. And because as you know, in the mortgage industry, one piece of documentation can lead to another piece of documentation, which can lead to another piece of documentation needed. So if it's not needed for the loan file, generally, we're not going to get into that. Some lenders do take a different approach, maybe a less pragmatic approach, I guess I would say. And they say any document that makes it into that loan file must be fully reviewed by the underwriter. And that's where I say you don't want a situation where you've got a home inspection in there that now an underwriter is going to have to review, which may lead to more issues. And I know we all think of underwriters as these nameless, faceless people somewhere in a back room who are trying to find ways to torpedo our transactions, but that's not the case at all. And trust me when I tell you, the underwriter doesn't want to review any documentation that doesn't need to be in the file. If it's a tax return, a bank statement, or a home inspection, if it's not needed for the loan process, that underwriter doesn't want to review it and doesn't want to have to request more documentation. The underwriter's job is just to adhere to the agency guidelines and the documentation requirements and deliver good quality loans according to what they are asking for. So my advice is always to my clients, you should get a home inspection. Actually, I always tell them you should lean on the expertise of your agent because let your agent guide you through the process. But I think we would all agree a home inspection is always a good thing for our buyers, borrowers. I mean, the more information, the more data they can have about this property, the better off they're going to be. I mean, they're investing their hard-earned money and they should know everything that they can know about the property they're buying. But it doesn't need to make its way to the lender. So you just want to make sure to keep that in your own inbox. Don't send it to your lender because you don't want to create more issues or documentation later on. Okay, if you have specific questions, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be glad to help. Thanks for watching. We'll see you soon.